Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a technology that is totally shaking up one of the world's oldest industries, construction. We're going to explore how linking up the physical and digital worlds is creating smarter buildings, way more efficient projects, and really, a whole new way to build our future.
Okay, so let's just start with this idea. What if a building wasn't just a static thing? What if it could constantly tell you about its health, how it's being used, and what it needs, all by talking to a perfect digital copy of itself, updated in real time? We're not just talking about a 3D model here. This is a living, breathing digital version of the real thing.
And this concept, it has a name. It's called a digital twin. You could think of it as a virtual counterpart that lives and evolves right alongside its physical twin. And this constant two-way conversation between the real world and the digital world, well, that's our gateway to a much, much bigger idea.
So you might be wondering, what's the magic behind these digital twins? What's the technology that actually makes them possible? Well, the engine that powers this entire revolution is something called cyber-physical systems.
Right, so, cyber-physical systems, or CPS for short. What are they? They're basically these super connected, super smart systems that create a tight link between the physical world, a machine, a piece of equipment, even an entire building, and the digital world of data, software, and networks.
And if that sounds a little abstract, just think about a modern car. It's the perfect example of a CPS. You've got the physical parts you can actually touch, the engine, the brakes, the steering wheel, but they all work together seamlessly with the cyber parts, your GPS, all those parking sensors, the software that gets updated over the air. It's that blend of physical and digital working as one.
But look, this isn't just about cool tech in our cars. This represents a massive fundamental shift for the entire construction industry. We are talking about a complete rethinking of how we design, build, and operate pretty much everything around us.
In fact, the experts behind the research that inspired this explainer, they call CPS the literal heart of a new industrial revolution for the building sector. And this revolution, it has a name: Construction 4.0.
So this really breaks down how CPS fits into that bigger picture. See, Construction 4.0 is this framework that pulls together all these major innovations, like prefabrication and new digital tools. And cyber-physical systems, they're the glue, the connective tissue that makes all these different parts talk to each other. I mean, think about it. AI can't make smart decisions without real-world data from sensors, right? And 3D printers need precise digital commands to build things perfectly in the real world. CPS is that essential link.
So what does this actually look like on the ground? Let's get practical and explore a couple of real-world examples of CPS that are already changing the game.
First up, let's talk about the buildings themselves. Just imagine a building that knows exactly how it's being used, room by room, minute by minute, all thanks to a network of sensors.
This real-time data is incredibly powerful. The CPS can automatically turn down the heat or lights in empty rooms to save a ton of energy. But it goes way beyond that. Facility managers can look at the data over time and see which spaces are being used all the time and which ones are just sitting empty. That helps them make much smarter decisions about how to design buildings in the future.
Okay, so the same idea can apply not just to a whole building, but to the actual tools we use to build them. Let's zoom in from the scale of the entire building down to a single essential tool.
Check this out. This shows a concept for a cyber-physical system built into a smart screw gun. The tool has a sensor that counts every single screw that gets installed. It also has a reader to know exactly which worker is using it. And then it sends all that data directly from the job site right back to the main office in real time.
And the result of that? 100% visibility. For the first time, project managers can get a live, data-driven look at what's happening with productivity and materials. For any construction business, this is a game changer. It means less wasted material, way more accurate budgets, and a crystal clear picture of how efficient your labor is. It basically solves problems that have been a huge headache for this industry for decades.
So, let's pull all this together. What's the one big idea you should walk away with? What does the rise of cyber-physical systems really mean for the future of building?
Here it is, the key takeaway. Cyber-physical systems are not science fiction. They are here, and they're the engine that's creating digital twins and driving this whole Construction 4.0 revolution. From managing massive buildings to tracking a single tiny screw, CPS is the foundation for a much more efficient, data-driven, and intelligent future for how we build everything.
And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. As that line between the physical world and the digital world gets blurrier and blurrier, with this incredible level of connection and intelligence at our fingertips, the possibilities for what we can design and build are, well,
truly limitless. So what will you build?